video is on unit rates and better buy and understanding how to use unit rates in the real world. So we know that a ratio is a comparison of two quantities by division. So you could say 3 apples for every 2 bananas. But a ratio is different from a rate. A rate is like 30 miles in 30 minutes, 20 words in 60 seconds, 50 students to 2 teachers. So a rate is a comparison of two quantities that have different units. And we use the word per to look at unit rates. And so if a rate is a comparison of two quantities that have different units, what do you think a unit rate is? Unit rates are rates that are where the second quantity is 1. Examples of unit rates are 30 miles per gallon, per 1 gallon. See, this is the 1 that comes in. 65 miles per hour, 1 hour. That's how far you can go in 1 hour. $1.99 per pound. It would be like 3 apples for $1. You could get 6 apples for $2, but you want to know how much per $1. That's a unit rate. So when the denominator of a rate is 1, we call that rate a unit rate. We usually use the keyword per or the division sign, the slash, to indicate a unit rate. If a student earns $8.50 per hour, per 1 hour, it is the same as saying $8.50/hour. And it means $8.50 for every 1 hour worked per hour. So let's look at how you use unit rates. You're given a ratio, and like Penelope can type 90 words in 90 words in 2 minutes. And you want to find out how much she can do in 1 minute. And you can look at this 2 ways. You can go, how do I get from 2 to 1? It's divide by 2. Or for finding a unit rate, all you have to do is take the top number and say divide by 2, and that'll give you the unit rate. So 90 divided by 2 is 45. So it's 45 words per minute. Okay? So that's the way you do a unit rate. You can do it as a ratio and a scale factor, but you don't have to. You can just divide. So you can drive 357 miles in 5 hours. Okay? How many miles can you drive each hour? So that's getting this to 1. So to get it to 1, we would divide by 5, or looking at it this way, it's just divide by 5. So I would go 357 divide by 5, and 5 goes into 35 7 times, and that's 35. And bring down my 7, and 5 goes into 7 1 time, and what's happening? I have to keep going. Sometimes that's what you have to do in division. You're going to have to place your decimal and keep going beyond the decimal place. So 5 goes into 24 times. Now I've terminated. I'm done. There's no remainder. I can say 71. The speed was 71 4/10 per hour. Miles, or not speed, 71 4/10 miles per hour. So 71.4. And that would be my answer. So take a look at this. There are 64 beats in 4 measures of music. Find the unit rate. So I'm comparing beats to measures. And it's 64 to 4. So I just divide. And whenever I divide, do I get 16? Do I get 12? Do I get 4? Do I get 600ths? I get 16. So A is the right answer. Now this one, this is money and shopping, and you do this a lot with unit rates. Find the unit price for a 2-pound package of hamburger that costs $3.45. Well, your money is always going to go on top. So $3.45 and you get 2 pounds. And you want to find out how much 1 pound costs, so the cost per pound. So I divide 38.45 divided by 2, that's 1. Bring down the 4, 7. And sometimes these take a little time. Okay, now here I am, and I have finished, but look, this is supposed to be money. And do I have 72 cents and half a cent? No, it would be rounded to 73. So that's why it is this one. You're going to round that last cent up to make it 73. So this is how unit rates work. And watch the next video on finding the better buy.